Welcome back. In this video, I will show you how to annotate the frames we extracted in the previous video. Annotating frames means recording the x and y coordinates of each key point in the extracted frames. Let's get started. If you haven't done so already, click the Label Frames tab. This will take you to the login screen of Label Studio, a commercial-grade annotation tool. On the login screen, type in the username and password that appeared in the Project Management tab. The username is user@localhost, and the password is PW. These credentials do not correspond to an actual account, and your data will not be shared with Label Studio. Once you have entered these generic login credentials, click Login. Now, you should see all the different projects in your studio. Each tile represents a Label Studio project file that contains all the frames you've extracted from your videos. Below each project name, you can see the number of extracted frames and the number of annotated frames among them. For example, in the first project demo, I have 40 frames, 0 of which are currently annotated. In the Mere Mouse example project, we have a total of 90 frames, all of which are already annotated. Click on the project tile of the project you loaded in the Project Management tab. If you wish to annotate frames from another project, first close the app, relaunch it from the terminal, and load that project in the Project Management tab. Now, let's start annotating some frames. Once inside the project, you will see a list of all the frames in the project, each with its own ID, completion status, and thumbnail image. Click on the frame ID or the thumbnail image to open it in the annotation workspace. On the left, you have a list of all the frames in the project. You will see the selected frame in the center. Above are instructions and hotkeys to help you annotate faster and more efficiently. You should see a list of key points, each of which has a color and number attached to it. On the right, you have tools and options for managing your annotations. To annotate a frame, you can click on the key point name you wish to label, or press the number associated with the key point using the keyboard. I will select the tail top key point. In the image, click where you want to place the label. I will place the tail top label at the base of the tail in the top view. You should place key points in locations that are easy to replicate across images. Consistency in labeling is important. The network will never be able to be more accurate than the human labels it learns from. Now let's label the nose. Press 2 on the keyboard and click on the mouse's nose in the upper image. Let's add the 2 points from the bottom view and press Submit to save. In the list on the left, you should see the number 1 next to the frame, which means you successfully saved the annotations. You can always adjust the location of the key points by selecting them and dragging them to the desired location. If you want to delete any of the key points, click it or select it from the list on the right and click the trash can symbol. Remember to click the Update button after you make any changes. Now you know all the basics of how to add annotations. Feel free to pause the video and add labels to some of your frames. To save some time, I will meet you when all of my frames are annotated and we can continue from there. Okay, you can see that I have now annotated all of my frames. Let's go back to the Label Studio project page. If you annotated all the frames like I did, you will see that 40 out of 40 frames are annotated. Congratulations! We are now ready to train some models, which I will cover in the next video. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. See you in the next tutorial.